I'm sitting here listening to the whole deal. And then, you know how, I don't know, it's like this weird map. Maybe I'm alone on this. Maybe I'm not. But it's this weird map where it's like you kind of think, oh, yeah, when you're like in high school or whatever. It's like that's a certain period of your life. And it's like you got your whole life ahead of you. Then you got your 20s. Okay. Then your 30s, you kind of hit your groove, 40s. And then once you hit like 50-ish, you kind of are like, okay, you're kind of almost like retirement.
The destiny is already known.
Yeah, exactly. And you're kind of in retirement mode a little bit. You take your foot off the gas, you know, and then 60 is kind of like you're straight up retired. You're cruising. That's kind of the map you kind of have maybe subconsciously. And, bro, he's like talking about like, oh, yeah, let me be a lifeguard and making it past the test. I'm like, bro, are you not realizing the map that we're all thinking, bro? And then you think about it. Oh, wait, he just had a different kind of attitude where he was like, oh, no, we're still going right now. They're like, it's not over. Like, we're still going or whatever. Then you kind of consider it. Oh, wait, you can do that?
Yeah.
And if you do, it's kind of, I mean, this is just kind of deduction really, but thinking, man, if you have that attitude, it's kind of like you can live like a whole nother life in a way.
100%.
Where he's like 82, bro, let's face it, bro, if I even live to 82, bro, am I going to be like, what the hell? You know, it feels like I've been done for like 20 years already. But he's just like mad that he's even smelling the doneness, even though he's not, I know, with the coffee thing.
Yeah. Well, it's, you know, you said it's not over, right? You ever seen like the kid in the wrestling tournament or the kid in the basketball game or whatever, and like they're kind of losing?
Yeah.
But there's one kid that he's not done yet. It's not over yet. Right? In his mind, it's not over. Like, well, I'm not done with this. We're not done with this game.
Right,
and sometimes that kid can spark and come back and make things happen and get the victory.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild. And so that attitude of it's not, you know, when my daughter was wrestling, when she was trying to make it through to state, and in order to make it through to state, you got to win first, second, or third. And her first day, she lost a match. She won quite a few matches, but she lost a match, which means the next day she was going to have to win every single match, which is hard to do. This is now high level. This isn't playing around, right? Yeah. You're trying to get to state championships in California, which is a big deal. And we're actually out in a place in the Imperial Valley of California called Brawley.
Sure.
And Brawley is a great athletic school, and they have, because it's out in the middle of the desert, these are tough, hardworking kids. Their athletic programs are super hardcore because they have nothing else to do. They live in Brawley, right? You know, I got a friend that's from Brawley. He's in the teams, and you know, he's like, "You're in Brawley, bro. That's what you're gonna do. You're just like, that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna fight. You're gonna wrestle. You're gonna play football. Like that's what you're gonna do." So my daughter, she knows that, you know, that night she's thinking, if she loses one match, she's not going to state. This is her senior year, right? That night, and she was underweight, so she wasn't even close to like the high end of her weight bracket. She could have cut weight a few pounds and gone one waist class down, but she didn't do that. So anyways, she loses. She doesn't even talk to me on the way back to the hotel room. She's just angry, and not she wasn't really angry. She was kind of like a little bit sad, you know. Just wasn't talking to me, wasn't talking to anybody. We get back to her. I said, "You want something to eat?" And she says, "Yeah." I said, "What do you want?" She's like, "Pizza Hut." So we order a bunch of Pizza Hut, whatever. And, you know, she's still underweight, but she goes out the next day. And, like, I saw a little look in her face that was like, it's not over yet. This isn't over. And she won her first match. And you could see almost like a sort of vibe coming over. And then she won her next match. And then it wasn't her last match of the day, but her toughest match of the day. We're in Brawley, and she's wrestling against a girl from Brawley. And these girls scrap. Respect to Brawley. And they had a brawl. Then my daughter won. But, you know, it's that attitude. And then she ended up going to States. But that attitude of it's not over yet.
Yeah.
Right? It's not over.
Yeah.
And to have that attitude with life, that's a little lesson learned for everybody today.
Yeah.
A little lesson learned for everybody. It's not over.
Probably felt it.
Yeah.
I felt like he was kind of going harder at 82 than I am right now. I kind of had that feeling, you know.
I'd say that's an accurate statement. Awesome.